I'm Chris.
And I'm Josh. And we're two of the co-founders of SparkCharge based in Somerville, Massachusetts. We're here today seeking $1 million for a 6% stake in our company.
Everyone knows electric vehicles are the future. They're better for the environment, and soon they'll be everywhere. But there's one major thing keeping them from growing faster: range anxiety.
Range anxiety is the fear of running out of charge in your electric vehicle. That's why I would love to introduce you to the Roadie, the world's first and only portable, modular, and ultra-fast EV charger.
The anxiety of finding a charging station and the time wasted waiting for a vehicle to charge simply goes away when the charging station comes to you, no matter where you are.
The Roadie has 3 core features. Number 1, modularity. Units can be connected together to give the electric vehicle owner the exact amount of range they want.
Number 2, portable. Our portable units can charge an electric vehicle anytime and anywhere, making any location a charging station.
And of course, the most important factor, speed. We can charge an electric vehicle at a rate of 1 mile every 60 seconds. So Sharks, help us create a more sustainable mobile EV charging infrastructure.
Okay.
All right, before they get into it, I'm an electric vehicle owner. I don't have a Tesla. I at some point would like to get a Tesla, but I have a Chevy Bolt 2020, which apparently was just recalled. So we'll see how that shakes out if I continue to have one or not. Well, the Chevy Bolt specifically. At some point, I'd like to get a Tesla, but so range anxiety is absolutely a thing. So the furthest I've ever taken my car is up to New York. It was about 90 miles each way, but my car wasn't totally charged at the time in which I did it, and I didn't have a lot of time to charge all the way, to like 95% or 100%. So I think I had like 89% or something when I left. And I didn't want to stop on the way back. So on the way up, even though it was like 90 degrees outside, I cranked the fans on in the car. Didn't do the air conditioner because I needed every bit of juice, and I didn't have time because I was trying to get up to a concert. So I did that. On the way back, I think I got home with like 7 miles left in the tank. So it is absolutely a thing. And the reason I didn't want to stop on the way home is because it was already like 1:30 in the morning. Like I just wanted to get home. Even stopping for 10 more minutes was just not something I really wanted to do, especially because I could just plug the car in when I got home and wake up in the next morning and it'd be ready to go. So range anxiety is absolutely a thing. 1 mile per minute isn't terrible. I don't know. I'm not sure what that breaks out to as far as kills. There's a whole math you need to know in order what to do, to do it all. So like I have a charger at home. It's a 32 amp. I believe it's like 8.9 kilowatt hours. So every hour it gets 8.9 kilowatt hours, and I forget what my breakdown is as far as mileage. I should have looked all that up. But hey, that's the way it goes. But what I did look up is comments. Like I'm gonna totally butcher your name, Shivaneth. Joe, what's the service? What's the service which has the folks on camera clicking through the website and giving users feedback? And I replied to that comment. And for anybody that was curious from a video from before. That I mentioned that it is usertesting.com. So go check them out, usertesting.com. But before you go and check them out and of course finish this video, make sure you head down below and leave me some comments, leave me some questions. If you have some business related questions, if you like the pitches, leave me some comments about the pitches. If you love the channel, I would love to hear from you. What can I do to better serve you and the super entrepreneur community? I'm here to help and serve. So, and while you're down there, make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video into the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself.
Walk us through it. So how would I purchase that?
Wait. Yep. Wait 1 second. I don't know anything about this. I'm out.
Oh, what? Oh, are you serious?
Thank you. So yeah, it's really simple. So we actually sell directly to businesses. So we work with OEMs, roadside companies, on-demand companies, and service companies. They use the hardware and they go out there and they charge electric vehicle owners who request it.
So AAA would carry this?
AAA customer right now.
We do have a program going on right now.
The question is, how much does it cost you to make one of those per module? What do you sell them for?
So per module, our cost of goods are roughly around $2,500, and then companies pay the $1,000 deposit, and then we charge them $150 monthly fee.
Okay, so it's $150 per month per module.
Yep.
Yes.
In the past 6 months alone, we've done close to over $500,000 in sales, and we're on track to do over $1 million in sales this year alone. By end of next year, we're predicting to do close to 10 million in sales. This unit itself, it's patented through and through. We developed it from the ground up. We also built our own manufacturing facility in Buffalo, New York.
Wow.
We've also been really strategic with our funding, but we've won a lot of grants and awards to get us there.
How much money have you raised from investors versus grants that you received?
This might be a
I'd say we probably
pitfall.
raised about 3 million in venture, and the rest has been about awards, which comes about 2 million. So probably
That's
about 5 million
fabulous.
total.
Very smart. And
Yeah.
so what percentage of the company?
That's awesome. So before we go there, so if I'm understanding this right, they are like there's a company out in I think primarily California in the Valley that gasses up cars while they're sitting there. So like you go into work and then you go up into your building, go to your cubicle, your office, and while you're there at work, they have a company come through with a tanker and like they're just filling up tanks of gas and charging the company for that as a bonus, as a perk, so you don't have to go to the gas station. Which, hey, I mean, around here in the Philly area, we have Wawas, and we love our Wawas. But I'll tell you, not having to go and get gas has severely cut down the amount I go to a Wawa, even though they have great food and it's convenient. I just don't need gas, so I don't go there. I mean, we do have a minivan, so we get that filled up, but it's just not nearly as often as when I had my gas cars. So I love this idea. I think it absolutely is positioning them right where they need to be. $1 million for 6%. I think is probably a little rich. I think they're going to get cut down to probably around half of that. Around half of that because, that's just I just think they're a little or on the early side. And I'm curious what they want to do with the $1 million. Like, what's the deal?
Do you guys own now versus what the investors own?
We have a little over 50%.
Oh,
you
see,
believe
look,
you'll
yeah,
go at
right there. So, Mark, yeah, I mean that's one of the downsides, selling out this stuff, and now they're going to give up a little over 50%. So they have, they're going to give up 6%. They're probably going to, if they're going to do a deal with the shark, they're probably going to give up about 12%, which puts them even further down the line. That's definitely difficult, but it's better to own a piece of something than a piece of something huge than nothing of something really small, or 100% of something really small, I should say.
Million, you went from 500,000, you doubled that, congratulations, to 1 million, and now you're going to 10x it. Why do you believe you'll go to that?
So the electric vehicle industry is growing rapidly. Essentially, the reason that we're here today, and that's a great point, is that we need to scale to keep up with demand.
Obviously, you have to burn some cash to get to where you are now. How much have you lost to get to here?
Since the beginning, I think the burn rate is just a little over about 4 mil.
Wow.
So you guys are in a bad spot right now.
No. We have runway.
You've raised 4 million, right?
We raised 5 million total.
Okay, and you spent 4, so you got $1 million left.
Correct.
And you've got, in order to grow, you need to invest to build more batteries.
Correct.
All right, you're basically leasing these things to people, right?
Correct.
How much capital do I have to tie up in inventory? That's probably the best way to answer that question.
About a third.
You're basically going to carry a third of revenue as leased. In other words, you own it. It's on your balance sheet. Wouldn't it be better to simply sell this and then let the attrition occur in the market? Because I think that's a big issue.
So, we could sell it, but by releasing it out, essentially we control the asset, and then when the batteries come back, we can also repurpose them.
Okay, so tell me again what it cost you to make.
2,500.
And so your payback time
12
is
months, approximately 12 months.
How much are you charging then? If it's 12 months and it's 20, if it's 150 a month.
They pay $1,000 deposit.
Oh, they pay $1,000.
Okay.
So
Is it a
that's
deposit or
$1,000.
is it an actual $1,000 of revenue?
It's a $1,000 deposit. It's non-refundable.
So it's not a deposit then, it's actually $1,000.
They're paying $1,000 up front. Yeah. Okay. So that kind of changes the game. So it takes their 2,500. They're getting 1,000, and then they just have in 10 months they'll have the other 1,500 to cover the cost. So less than a year on each unit that they're selling, or not selling, but leasing the unit. So I think from a outside business owner trying to get into this, I'm curious. Is this set up as like a franchise, or are they just like leasing it to like anybody who wants to set up their own business? So they're not actually setting up the business model. See, to me, I think if it's not a franchise, it should be a franchise, and they could definitely get more for those units. And you know, once you start putting in marketing and sales and a real support team there to help people get off the ground with the franchise, then all of a sudden a lot more things open up for these business owners. So I want to say, if this isn't a franchise model, they probably should think about doing that. And by the way, guys, I would love to have one or both of you come here on the Super Joe Pardo show, and we'll chat and talk about your Shark Tank experience and all that. So leave me a comment down below. And we'll make that happen.
I really love what you're doing here. And I also think that you can have a direct-to-consumer end of this down the road where they can put in their cars something smaller, but will give them that little bit of peace of mind where they can get to somewhere where they're safe.
So we are going to be coming out with a consumer product. The technology inside is somewhat the same. It's just smaller size, lighter package, more consumer-friendly look.
What will that retail for?
Depending on scale, we might be able to get it for under $1,500.
How many units are being used right now?
So
today?
In
Around
total,
50.
Yeah.
50.
Oh, that's all?
Oh, wow.
Only 50 units.
You're back ordered right now then?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
I hate the lease part of the deal. I hate owning risk. That part, you lost me there. I'm out.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but it's not as risky, because if you get the battery, you get the pack back, right? So you can sell it again. You could put a brand new battery in there and you sell it again. I mean, I guess there is some risk involved, obviously. In every deal, there's risk involved. But at least in this case, you're getting cash up front. In 10 months, you have it. But like I said before, I think if you set up the business model and you set up maybe your own sales department, and then you set up the franchise so that, like, hey, I'm gonna go set up my own Spark Charge, and I'm gonna go charge up EVs, in these massive parking lots or parking garages for people. I think that there's definitely an opportunity there, especially because one counterpoint to that would be, say, we have this parking lot and a bunch of our employees all start moving to electric vehicles. Let's put up solar panels. Let's invest in that infrastructure. It's a bigger upfront cost, but hey, if we're a bigger company, it's a pretty big perk. And then we have these chargers that are set up there, and you could, set them up as smart chargers so that they charge, it doesn't necessarily charge them all at once, because you would need a lot more energy at that point. But it can maybe set up some kind of scheduling and that kind of stuff. So but I mean, there's still going to be that's for like large corporations. Smaller companies might be more open to this idea that, like, oh, we'll just pay somebody to come and do it. Now, they didn't talk about the revenue that they're getting, these companies that are leasing these batteries are getting from it. Or are they just leasing them to companies and then they're having somebody go out and charge I'm missing some pieces here.
Like Lori, I think the big opportunity is developing a consumer unit, but I find it really hard to believe that you're going to deliver a consumer unit for $1,000 or less when your commercial units are thousands. And so for that reason, I'm going to be out.
Like I said,
I don't totally buy that, Blake. And the reason is because the unit, and I don't have it right here, but the unit that they showed is it's like a tower. It's like a stack. I mean, we're talking about like, what's that? The Jackery. Go check out the Jackery online. Like, that's a high capacity battery in a small. It's almost like a portable generator, but it's a battery that's inside of it. So I think that there's opportunity there. Just like I think there's opportunity for you to go to superjoe.com and check out these awesome T-shirts, hats, and stickers, as well as signed copies of my books and other things. So head over to shopsuperjoe.com.
I think it's super smart. It is innovative. Mark is Mr. Technology. Like, I will always look to him to understand things that I don't actually understand.
But this is more a capital issue.
So, are you interested, Mark?
Yeah, I like the concept, right? So here's the challenge, right? The challenge is it's a lot of cash up front. and you're going to have to borrow money, not raise money, because if you raise more money, then you guys aren't going to have any ownership left, right? Unless you think it's going to be a multi-billion-dollar company. And
we do believe it's going to be a multi-billion-dollar company. According to our estimations, we can get to profitability without having to raise additional rounds by middle of next year.
So here's the thing. Okay, 6% is nowhere near enough, particularly for two of us, right?
No.
So, Lori, I think the best way to do this is to let them make us an offer, and we either say yes or no. So you know what your number is. Instead of us trying to figure out your number and us going back and forth, in the interest of time, just give us your number, right? And if we like it, we say yes, and if we don't, we say no.
Oh boy, this rarely goes well.
How about this? How about we do $1 million for 10%? It's split 50-50, but we'll also throw in 2% advisor equity and a board seat.
2% each.
Okay, before they make that decision, stick around because we're gonna check out their website at the end. But I think what the lesson there is that they actually thought this through, right? They didn't just make this up as they're going along, and I think that's really important when knowing where your boundaries are and studying the show and watching more of the Super Joe Pardo channel, right? And getting these Biz Coach Reacts videos. I really love the fact that he seems to he knows, right? So it might have been edited a little bit. Maybe they talked. But I think that's a fair assessment there at 10%. Now what stinks is now they're going to be diluted probably below their 50% or right at 50% at that point, which stinks. But hey, you're getting two sharks, and a real big opportunity to take this to the next level. I still think that the franchise model is the way to go. So we'll check out their website and see if something has changed with that going forward.
2% each.
We can do 2% each.
So we would go 500, 500, 7%, 7%.
Right, and 5 and 2 basically.
So the other thing that I just thought about was how do these things charge? Like, so you gotta have a pretty, if you're charging several of these, you gotta have a pretty beefy connection, three-phase power or something like that to be able to charge a bunch of these and get them out and charging other vehicles. So that's like a whole nother thing. It's a very big investment. The actual cost of the unit is pretty minuscule in the grand scheme of getting this set up. See if they go with it.
Do we have a deal?
We got a deal.
We have a deal.
All right.
Let's charge this up.
We are going to do due
I
diligence,
thought the
that's
chance
for
of you
sure.
getting a deal was 0.
Zero.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Good
I
luck,
think the
guys.
best person in this deal is Lori, who got a free ride off of Mark Cuban's back. She's the bottom piece. I like your style, Lori.
Congratulations, guys. Thank
Let's
you,
stay
guys.
tuned. We're gonna check out their website here in a
It was the most
second.
exhilarating ride of my life. We really want to dig in and start building this business to be $1 billion business. With the power of Lori and Mark, Spark Charge is now fully charged to take over the world.
People don't realize when you raise money, it's not an accomplishment, it's an obligation.
Exactly.
Yes.
But our media celebrates it. They celebrate raising money as if that's like profitability.
Yes, they do. And somebody actually asked in the comments below about that for me to talk about that responsibility that because now they're responsible for it. Now, assuming the deal went through, they obviously wanted to do their due diligence. So it looks like it's on. I guess it's on a cart. You're pushing. I don't know. It looks like it's actually just sitting on the. I guess it's just sitting on the ground. So let's see. True Mobility, mobility, making mobile EV charging fast, convenient, and available for all makes and models, creating the world's first on-demand EV charging network, which is cool. The problem with this picture, because I like to pick apart little things. Number one, I like to see faces, but number two, this Mustang is parked across 2 parking spots, which is just an odd placement for parking. It almost seems, to me, like if I was taking this photo, I would have maybe taken it just like in the middle of the parking lot rather than like in the, parked between two parking spots. Oh, there's a face right there. So you got mobile charge up and add the app for EV charge delivery where you want it and when you want it. The world. So I know they talked about like getting AAA and stuff. I know I mentioned that earlier, but I still think them setting up the business for people to be able to go and do this is really a big part. Could be a really big part of it. SparkCharge, the world's first and only ultra fast modular portable EV charger. I should have brought my friend Mike. Mike is a huge EV fan and been driving EVs for years now. I should have brought him along with it. I like how it looks like he's gassing up the car there. I wouldn't be standing there because 1 mile per minute is still seems kind of slow. I mean, you're only going to get 60 miles in 60 minutes. That actually isn't very fast. Like I said, I wish I had thought ahead and got Mike. But so let's see. Am I able to buy it? Okay. So only $25 cheaper than home and public charging. As low as $25 a month, you get your own charging concierge who will come to your EV and charge it when and where you want it. I mean, that's cool. I still don't understand. Like, how do you get this? I guess you have to unload them and then, like, you have them on the truck. Like, I don't know. I would feel like I'd want to put it. Hey, there's my Bold EV. I would want to put it like in a truck and then pull the truck up alongside it and just get it charging there. I like that they're talking about the experience of like getting up to 2 extra hours a week by not going out of your way to a gas station and all of that, or well, in this case, it's not gas, right? It's stopping at chargers along the way. But yeah, so apparently they have it in Dallas, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Let's chop over to Twitter. What they got going on Twitter? So they got almost 1,900 followers. Hey, look, 8 hours ago they posted. That's always good to see. August 31st. So it seems like they are doing stuff with. Okay, so you got to put it on your own car. I guess that makes sense. I guess you don't have to stack that many of them. This has got a New Jersey plate there, so maybe they're gonna be in. I wonder where in Jersey this is. So again, getting some love on the Twitter. Let's check out. Let's see, Facebook, 3,600 people. And let's see, LinkedIn, they had 26 employees. Oh, they're built out of Buffalo, New York. Okay, so that's really interesting that the 3 cities they list are nowhere near Buffalo, New York. 7,300 followers. Instagram, 2,381. So yeah, so I'm getting some good, like, when you look at this, it's very clear that when you put faces, when you put people, when you put charging of cars in the image, that's where the most engagement comes from. And good on them for going and winning competitions and stuff to be able to raise that kind of money. Again, if you guys want to come on the show, please drop a comment below, and I would be happy to set up an interview with you. Let's check out their YouTube. 533 subscribers. Love seeing the love to YouTube. They got some videos here talking about their
EV charging infrastructure.
Let's see.
The 20 kilowatts of total power.
So 1 mile equals 60 seconds, up to 20 kilowatts. Okay, so it's not bad. I mean, the thing about EVs, and what I think a lot of people don't know or understand, is that you don't necessarily have to. It's not like filling up a gas tank where it's like, oh, it takes me 5 minutes or something to like fill the gas tank up, and then I go and I fill it completely. When it comes to the whole range anxiety, which like I said earlier, I experienced, it's all about stopping just to get enough. You can charge your battery up to 70-80% generally pretty quick. It's that last 20% that usually 10 to 20% that takes the longest to charge. So you wouldn't necessarily wait to get to that point. You would just be like, okay, where's the next charger? Let me fill up so I have enough mileage to get to that charger. I'll wait 10, 15 minutes, get out, stretch, walk around or whatever, go get something to drink, go to the bathroom, get back in the car. Now I have enough. I'm going on to the next charger. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens with them. And just like I'm excited to see what you have to say down in the comments below. So drop a comment down below, ask a business question, ask an entrepreneurship question, ask a sales question, ask a team building question, an offer-based question, a marketing question. I'm here to help you succeed in business. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day, and I also hope you have an amazing time smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video in the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. I hope you have that amazing day, and take care. I'll see you in the next video, which is right over here.